Oh, Providence, we love you, you're white and you're blue. We pledge our allegiance that will always be true. Strong as the white walls that show your fine beauty, you will lead us all Godward, whatever befall.
I'm Jeannie Jekyll, and I'm a graduate, a proud graduate of Providence High, class of 1973. And I'm a long-time columnist for the San Antonio Express News. Almost 35 years I've worked for them, writing pieces, profiles, columns, breaking stories, you name it.
My name is Maria Antonieta Rodriguez Berriozabal. I graduated from Providence High School in 1959. And throughout my life, I think I have been a community leader. Spent many years going to school at night until I got my degree. And during that time, I worked as a secretary. And then I got into public service. I got my degree, and then I got into public service.
My name is Rosalind Benner, and I graduated in 1962 and have been involved with the Alumni Association since we moved back to San Antonio in '95. My career is in dietetics, and I am a registered dietitian. In fact, this year I'm celebrating 50 years as a registered dietitian. And all that time I have been employed, so it's a great career. I give a lot of thanks to Providence for giving me the knowledge to go into this career.
My name is Mary Alice Perez Cisneros. I'm the class of 1967 here at Providence High School. It was quite a year, and we're getting ready to, class of 1967, to celebrate our 50th year of graduating here from Providence. So it's a big year for all of us and my classmates as well.
My name is Barbara Stewart. I'm a member of Providence class of 1973. I'm honored to share memories about my classmate and dear friend, Dora Menchaca.
Providence Catholic School made a huge difference in my life. I can't even count the ways. It helped. It was more like a liberal arts college than just high school.
You know, when I talk about Providence High School, I have so many wonderful memories. But the first one that I have to address or mention is the deep gratitude that I have because my parents sent me to Providence through great sacrifice. Not only me, but he sent my two sisters, Teresa and Rosie. As a matter of fact, Rosie's class is celebrating the 50th anniversary this year, and both of them graduated, became teachers, graduated from Our Lady of the Lake also, and had full careers. Now they're retired, and they're still serving the community.
I just felt at home at Providence, and the sisters, I really liked the sisters, and I thought they were just so educated and interesting. And also, I just felt a sense of community and open arms when I walked into the doors of the school.
Also, the fact that they made us really search and dig harder and do things that we didn't think we could do. And also the fact that they taught us how to give to others, you know, to help others, and community outreach, or just with our friends, you know, how to be a more helpful person, not just constantly wanting to have people help you. So I think that was one of the biggest things. And of course, the spirituality of this Catholic education was just very wonderful too.
The nuns instilled some very Christian, strong values in us here at Providence High School, and I was able to take that along with my parents' discipline to be able to know right from wrong, and be able to know that my a responsibility to our community where we live and thrive was to give back to our communities and to serve our community. And so for us, that's why we started American Sunrise.
Dora accomplished a lot with her education and with her career. She was an honors student at Providence, and she earned a scholarship to Notre Dame where she got her undergraduate degree. She then went to the University of North Carolina and got a master's in public health. And then she earned a PhD in epidemiology from UCLA. In 1991, she joined Amgen Incorporated as a research scientist. And she worked her way up ultimately to become the assistant director of clinical research for Amgen, developing and improving drugs to battle cancer and pneumonia.
In my day, in, as I said, the early 70s or late 60s, you'd go to a public school in my neighborhood. I lived in Alamo Heights, and you would see hardly anybody of color or anybody different. And I just, when I walked into Providence and I saw so many different people representing different cultures, ethnicities, races, I just thought that was so cool.
Learning to have the camaraderie with so many girls from different areas of the city. I had been in a Catholic school, a grade school before, but it was very small. So this gave me a whole new diverse group of friends. In fact, we still get together, my class of 1962, we still get together here in San Antonio once a month for lunch. And a lot of them have passed away, but the majority of us that are still kicking really enjoy our camaraderie and discuss all the wonderful things that we experienced here at Providence.
The sisters here at Providence High School and the Sisters of Divine Providence make sure that we come in every day, and our skirts sometimes were not at the right measurements, and I recall a number of my classmates and that we'd have to kneel down before the sisters, and if our skirts did not touch the ground, then we were told that our skirts were very short and needed to be hemmed, and so we would get demerits by the nuns. So they were very strict about our uniform, being responsible, being able to take on leadership commitments here at our student council, being able to take on to our clubs, whether it was a Spanish club or whether it was a Latin club. It was very important that we be on time, that we be helpful, that we get along with other women as well in our class. It wasn't about clothes or looks or social standing.
All of the leadership positions were held by women. So at that time in the 70s, in a high school that had both boys and girls, it was very common for the boys to have most of the leadership positions. But at Providence, of course, that wasn't the case. So Dora took advantage of that, and she assumed leadership positions in several different organizations, and she honed her leadership skills.
Everybody laughed here, everybody was happy, and it was just a great environment.
I just experienced a bigger world, and I think that's the biggest impact of Providence High School on me.
I belong to the Marian Choristers, so every year we used to have an operetta, and because I was very creative, you know, I wanted to be in design, I decided, I was always a prop manager and created all the props for our presentations. I was also in the senior play. I actually had a part there. And then the other activities were just the events that happen all the time. You know, it was a lot of wonderful We had dances and functions with the community. So it was a lot of interesting things that, you know, as you're growing up, you learn from all of these interactions, social interactions.
Providence and its teachers remained part of my life even when I started writing for the San Antonio Express News.
I spent those years just learning from others and watching them and understanding, like I've said many times, a very different world that I was part of.
It was important for us to know that we were Christian women, that we came to school as our primary job. Just like our parents had a job, our job was to succeed in school and to do well, to meet our deadlines.
I just feel like my heart was always here. And it was the first experience I had where I really felt like myself. And that's what Providence gives you. It helps you grow and it helps you be yourself.
Sister Jane Ann was my chemistry teacher, so she was a brand new sister and was just so energetic and full of life and really helped us so much, left an impression on all of us. And then finally, Sister Tekla, she taught public speaking. And I didn't realize at the time, but she told me that I had a lot of potential in public speaking. And that has carried me through my entire career because that is how I have done so well.
Just sort of introverted, and Providence changed my life. Right when I walked in the front doors over there, they're still the same front doors, I just felt a sense of community and everybody was nice.
But San Antonio for us is home. And Providence High School was one of my first opportunities as a grown-up to register to vote, to be able to know that from here I had bigger opportunities that the nuns instilled in us, that we would be able to be strong women with leadership capacities because they had taught us by example, they had taught us by disciplining us, they had taught us by community clubs that we were involved here, student council activities that were involved here.
Dora was a great friend and she was a devoted family member. She was an inspiring leader. She engaged and she influenced people and she devoted her career to saving lives. But the thing that I remember the most fondly about Dora is her sense of fun. She infused fun into everything that she did. And her laugh, it was iconic. It was Dora's laugh. It was infectious. And I always remember her laugh the most.
I just felt like they encouraged everything that was good in us. And this is where my heart will always remain, Providence.
Your love will caress us and shield us from harm. Your standards will form us and guide us from wrong. Oh, Providence, our beacon through life's weary storm, we will love you forever, our haven from home.